Hi, you guys. I've been going to a few of the, young people I like to watch, that get information or what have you, and they do a little research and stuff. But I typically watch people older because older people know older people, and those older people are in certain positions. So they have more up to date news because they hear through the grapevine and they have, people that they talk to that, whistleblowers and stuff. So, or just people that give them insider info. And anyway, um, there's a link in the descriptions. You guys might even be watching these men, but um, if not, check them out because they're, you know, you might get better info than what you're getting from the young ones. But I wanted to say something that is just driving me nuts right now because it's just I get it. We have all been indoctrinated to sing them songs, and they made us feel like this was our home. Okay, this land is your land. This land is my land. Okay, y'all know them songs. Okay, the young ones might or might not, but the whole Fourth of July and this is your land and fight for your country and fight. Enough! This is not our land, this is a prison. Adam and Eve sinned. They prostrated themselves before the Father and they begged for forgiveness and repentance. He hugged them, he forgave them, but their punishment was to live their life here and their ancestors. Okay? They did not get to go home. He did not say, okay, come on, you can come home. No. This was a punishment. This is a prison. Okay, this is not our land. God didn't say, okay, you can have it. He gave them the Garden of Eden. They jacked it all up. They screwed up. Then he kicked them out. He said, get out. Because of your sin. He kicked them out. And here, live on Satan's land. This is Satan's earth. This is his. Until God comes and takes it back and kicks him the heck out. Okay, what you people don't realize is this is outer darkness. Okay? I'm doing a story. I'm writing, but this is outer darkness. You guys have no idea. We've been lied to so much about so much. Okay? And I hear these young ones, they're so naive and they're so built into this fabric of, this is our land, let's fight for our country, the home of the free and the home of the brave. That's what they fed us our whole lives, killing our men and our sons and our daughters. That's the crap they have fed us, okay? This is Satan. He hates us. This is what he's done to us our whole lives. Should you be proud that your family went to war? Well, yeah, because we were blind to sleep and that's what we thought we were doing. This whole planet is his. Everything was designed by him. He is a freaking sociopath. He's an idiot. He wants everybody dead. He cannot stand us. Why? Because of his sin. Because of him trying to overthrow the Father. That's what he tried to do. He tried to overthrow. You guys, he hates us so much. He is allowed to do so much to us here, but this whole BS of this is your land, this is my bullcrap. It's not our land. We don't belong here. You are divine. You are going to go home if you are a believer and you understand. You have to be awake. He says, don't be asleep when I come. He didn't mean be asleep in bed. He said, do not be asleep when I come. You have to be awake. You have to wake up. You have to go to him like a child. The night that I went to him, I was crying like a baby because the church lied to me. And let's get the one thing straight. It was the Mormon church, but did they lie? They have a belief. The Baptists have a belief. The Presbyterian have a belief. The Protestants have a belief. The Southern Baptists, everybody has their own belief. Within it is truth, and within it are lies. Okay? But when you're in that church, you believe everything they believe. But they're all lying. All of them. They have a little bit of the truth, a little bit of the lie. You need to get out of the church and you need to just pray to the Father. Follow the way. It's called the way. Jesus came here to tell the disciples. That's why he got so frustrated with them. Like I'm getting frustrated right now because I'm going to these channels. I'm listening to these young kids and it's driving me nuts because they're asleep. And I love them all and I want them to go to heaven. So that's why when Jesus came here, do you remember in the Bible, I can't quote you verse or whatever, but he gets so upset with the disciples because they don't understand what he's trying to tell them, and he calls them imbeciles, or he calls them something. He gets really frustrated, like, how long do I have to endure this? He was so frustrated because the disciples couldn't pick up what he was putting down, you know. So I get frustrated because I just hear these young people, and when you try and talk to them, especially the ones that have the channels, when you try and talk to them, send them a post, like they're like saying things like, well, let me see what the 45th is doing. Like, they could type it in and look. You ain't gonna find nothing. You're gonna find what they want you to know. You gotta go look at the old men, okay? Because the old men have old men friends, and old men friends work in those areas, you know. But they're just, you know, and they're saying, you know, this is our land. You know, we gotta fight for it. No. That's why Jesus said, stay out of politics. Stay out of this. It's not our business. It's not our business. Okay? They're full. Ooh, boy, they're. Okay, I know. I get a little heated because I love you guys and I want you to wake up. You have to go to him like a child. Okay? With your whole heart. You can't just say, all right, God, open my eyes. Show me what you got. If you're going to be that arrogant, you're staying here, okay? You have to go to him like a child. And you have to ask him to show you the truth. Ask him into your heart. You have to ask him to lead your life. And only then will he start showing you. You can't fool him. You can't fool him. I had no idea when I called out to him, I had no idea what I was doing. Other than I wanted to take my little boy to the right church. That's all I knew, and I was devastated because I thought I found the wrong church. And what I've learned, especially these last couple of months, because up until a couple of months ago, I thought, man, they lied to me. They didn't lie. As a matter of fact, they follow the only right priesthood, which is the Melchizedek priesthood. Jesus was under it. It was the priesthood under the Father. And yeah, I'm not even going to get into that because that will drive a lot of you crazy. But in the last few months, I've learned that I wasn't in the wrong church. Wasn't in the right church, but I wasn't in the wrong church. They all got a little bit of the truth, and they all got a whole lot of lies. Okay? That's why you need to get out of the church and follow the Father. Follow the way. Now, if you want to go to church because you want to be around other people that are believers, that's great. That's fine. But as far as following the Father, you need to do that at home. You need to do that with your family. You need to do that on your own and have your strong belief there and just go to church for companionship, okay? But I'm telling you, you have to be awake when he comes. You cannot be in this slumber thinking, this is my land, we're going to fight for it because God gave it to us. No, he didn't. He didn't give us nothing here. This was outer darkness. He was sent to outer darkness. You guys, I'm going to really try and get this book out. I'm going to really try and get this book out for you. Because he was sent to outer darkness. You are living in outer darkness, okay? He put light here, yes, so that we could see. They were banished to outer darkness. And we followed him. We followed him. Adam and Eve were put here, and they followed him. Okay, you guys... You don't want to be here. This isn't our home. So stop with it. This is our land. Stop with them. We fought for this country. We fought for our land here. And over here in Tennessee, we kick butt. And over here in Alabama, we do. Stop it. This is not our land. We don't belong here. None of you do. You're divine. You belong in heaven. And you're not going to get to go home if you don't wake up and stop this. You are not supposed to be here. None of us. But we follow the sins of our father, which was Adam. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm so upset and I'm yelling, but I am so angry right now because all of you are so asleep, and I'm angry because of all the lies that jackass has fed down our throat. My son went to war. He's got the brain of an 8-year-old because of it. And all of you guys, how many of you moms didn't even get your children back? How many of you didn't get your children back because of the lies we've been told? The wars are only to make money and to depopulate. That is it, to kill us before we wake up. That's all it is. You guys, that's all this garbage is. This whole, Trump 2020, Trump 2020, what? He was put there to give you time so that you could prepare and be ready because he's not going to take us right away. That's the only reason he was put in office. Nobody becomes anybody on this earth if you do not follow the idiot. Okay? Singers, rap artists, your anybody that makes it big in this world have to sign the contract to him. Why do you think some people get big contracts and people in the same line of work, gymnasts or dance, why do you think some make it big, but people that are equal to them don't? Because they wouldn't sign on the dotted line because they knew what it was. They wouldn't do it. You get some athletes that make it big, but here these other athletes, look what they do. Have you listened to TikTok lately? Hey, go listen to people singing and surprise their brother. A girl sings and surprise her dad. Or go listen to some of those, because let me tell you something. Those children can sing their butts off. Do you see them with the record contract? No. A lot of people do not sign. The one-hit wonders, they don't sign because they know what it is. But the ones that sign, your Beyonce, let me hit you with something. You remember Selena back in the day? Selena, God, I don't know how old I was, but she was becoming from Tejana Mexican music. She was converting into American music. That's what she wanted. And her dad kept saying, no, I don't want no one to control her and her future and all that, And, well, they finally went for the record deal. And the dad understood what they were doing, but he was trying to keep control of his daughter's things, right? And he signed, and he screwed up. And when that happened, they backed out. They said, no, we're going to do it our own way. Well, what do you think they did to her? Who rose because of her death? Think about it. Who rose because of Selena's death? Oh, could it be one of our big music people now? Big entertainers now? Could it be Jennifer? She starred in the movie, and you know what? I wasn't awake back then, but I thought it odd. I'm watching her on the original movie, Selena, and I'm watching Jennifer Lopez play the part. And there's a point in the movie where she says, is this really happening? Am I really here? Because that girl tried her darndest with dancing, with being on, the TV shows as a dancer and stuff. She tried her darndest, and she wasn't getting picked. But what happens when there's a sacrifice? Huh? What happens when there's a sacrifice and somebody else signs on the dotted line? And all of a sudden, they shoot up like a rocket. Isn't that what happened to her? Yeah, y'all might want to think about that. You don't become nobody on this earth unless you worship him. Period. And then you're his for life. Okay? This is not our world. Stop saying it is. Stop with this is our land and God gave it to us. No, he did not give it to us. He did not give it to us. This is outer darkness. This is where he sent Lucifer and the angels that followed him. Okay? He built the Garden of Eden. And he kicked them out because they sinned. Because they followed Lucifer. He kicked them out and said, fine, go. Follow him. He loved them. He forgave them because they were going to die. And he loved them. And he allowed them to live, but they had to live in this prison planet. Okay? I'm gonna do my best to try and get that book out to you guys. I love you. Just talk to these young ones, man, because they really believe all this line of garbage about. All right, I love you guys. God bless you. Bye. Hi, you guys. I wanted to. First of all, for those of you that don't understand what I was just talking about, I've taken a few minutes to compose myself. I just get really passionate, and some of you I probably scared away. Some of you I opened your eyes. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more clear. When God created all the galaxy, he created it all. The first thing he created was Lucifer, the most beautiful, the most amazing, cherished him. He also created outer darkness, which was evil. Its purpose was evil. And there was the kingdom, which is light. Lucifer wasn't happy. He wanted to know what was out there. What's out there? But the Father wouldn't tell him. All he told him was, that they're never to go there. None of them. And for the longest time, nobody even thought of going there except Lucifer. And he was so adamant that he chose, and the Father was sad, and other angels followed him. They chose to come here, to outer darkness. Okay? It was his fall. It wasn't that he was kicked out of heaven. He chose to come here. Him and the angels that followed him chose to come here. They wanted to see what was out here. They were curious. But the Father told them, if you go there, that's it. So they came here. When Adam and Eve sinned, this is where they were put, in outer darkness. Now God knows not all of us are bad. And he knows that not all of us belong here. And he's coming to take the few that believe in him, the few that follow him, the few that do not live in this world. This world is all evil. Satan doesn't own it. He's just running amok on it like king shit. Like he's all it. And we don't know who we are. And so we allow it. We follow. All these leaders and everything, they're all run by him. The demons and everything on this earth is just evil. God's intervened a couple of times with Noah's flood. I mean, he did intervene because he knew he was going to have to come here and show us the way out. And that's what he did. He came here to show us how to get home. But we had to live our life here so that when we die, we get to go home. Because then we don't die, because we're supposed to live forever. But it's only for those that follow him, that believe in him. Satan even made religion. God's not religion. He's not religious. He is. He is the Almighty. He is the Creator. He's the Alpha, the Omega. He's your Father. He's your Creator. He's everything. Religion, my behind. All of it. It was all designed. Just like the changing our races, telling us, oh, you're Mexican, oh, you're black, oh, you're African, oh, you're Aboriginal. We are all his children, different colors. It's as simple as that. All these different countries, we are all his children. We just speak different languages. But Satan flipped everything upside down, everything around. And he put all these sociopaths in charge. All the leaders, they all get their orders from one person, from one thing, him. Everything they do, all this craziness. What do you think would happen if all of you just went home and turned off your TVs and turned off your radios and ignored them? Who would they get to go protest? What are you protesting? When they come to kick your neighbor out of their home, how come a whole block of you, or how come the whole city ain't over there telling them to leave them alone? Get the hell away. There's more of us than of them. How long do you think the military is gonna back them when they see their mom and dads getting kicked out of their homes? We have more control than you think. But everybody is in this state of being asleep, following your leaders. Follow the leader. They teach you as a child, follow the leader. Come on, follow the leader. Stand in line. Do as you're told. The next person that gets kicked out of their home next door to you, going to let it happen? Or maybe y'all going to go over there and tell them to get the heck out. None of this land belongs to anybody. It's outer darkness. It's outer darkness. Oh my goodness. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, when Lucifer tried to overthrow the Father, he introduced science. He thought science would be better because he wanted to go explore the darkness. So he went to the council, and he tried to take the Father's seat, and that didn't happen. Okay, it's in more detail in the book I'm going to read you. Okay, but when he came here, he put science here. That's why, some people believe in science, which is no. I mean, some science is good, obviously, we know that, but they lie to you on how everything was created and how they lie to you about everything. And there's so many people believing and so many atheists and so many non-believers, because they made the Bible and religion yucky. They did. They made it like taboo, or they made it, like, oh, you have to go to church. If you understood what really happened, if you really understood the Father, you wouldn't want to go watch football. You wouldn't want to go watch baseball. They gave you all of those to keep you from thinking about Him, to keep you from learning about Him. And you guys, I'll be honest with you. When I found this book a week ago, when I came across it, it blew my mind. It blew me away. And when I was ranting just a little bit ago, as I'm explaining it to you, it's coming to me and it's hitting me, everything, boom, 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 and it's just really started to hit me inside. It was like the Holy Spirit was like letting it all out, like it was coming in my mind, and the whole book was coming together, and what I was taught, because this is the first time after reading it that I'm speaking about it, and as I'm ranting, telling you, I'm also getting revelation of it as well. God, our Father works. He's so amazing, you guys. He's so amazing. And I don't know anybody else speaking on this. They're reading verses in the Bible and things like that to try and get people to wake up and stuff like that. But these are things that they're not talking about, because they took this from us. They took 66 books out of the Bible. 66, not 61, not 45. 66 books out of the Bible. Don't you think maybe you should be looking for those books and reading those? He said, do not take or add. Well, they took, so we get to read that. They took those from us. We get to go and read those. They're ours. But everyone says, oh, no. Who's everyone? The Catholic Church? The ones that sing to Lucifer? I want to think about that. So, forgive me for my outbursts and my passion, and I really want you guys to wake up from the slumber you were put in. The moment you're put on this earth, you are slowly put to sleep. Your football, your baseball, all those sports, they're all planned. They already know who's going to win. They already know all the bets have been made. They know they're making all the money. The elite. They're all planned. They're all staged. It's a show. All of it. So I'm going to work on that book tonight. And I'm going to start sending out chapter after chapter after chapter. And hopefully you'll get what I got out of it. And I love you guys. I really, really do. All right. God bless you. And I mean that. God bless you.